Hi, this is Lucretia. Today I'm going to talk to you about how being able to grow personally requires a willingness to do some work. Let's talk about what personal growth is. Personal growth is improving functioning and coping in areas such as mental, emotional, relational, physical, and spiritual. It generally takes place over a lifetime and happens as we have new experiences. You can choose to work on personal growth, but it can also happen automatically as a person goes through difficult times and comes out stronger from the experience. People do choose to work on personal growth to improve their quality of life. It includes the side effect of being able to offer one's unique abilities more fully to society. The way to work on personal growth is, first, you acknowledge that there are some aspects of yourself that could be improved. One of the dilemmas for counselors, therapists, or coaches is the need to encourage people in their abilities and their self-esteem, while at the same time, going through counseling inherently means there's a problem to be worked on. It can be very difficult for people to hear the feedback when something is pointed out that needs work. Often, people apply negative labels to themselves, such as being bad or stupid or weak. The painful feelings from these assessments can cause them to avoid the process of change. It is more helpful if a person recognizes that no one is perfect, we all have areas to improve, and to not compare ourselves to some unattainable ideal. You are not supposed to feel bad about yourself as you work to improve. An example of someone who could react negatively to self-improvement talk is someone who has a victim complex. This is a defense mechanism in which the person relates in life as if bad things happen to them through no fault of their own, and they are helpless to change this experience. Now, this is very different from the situation of when bad things happen to good people. In victim stance, if someone tries to talk to them about their own role in their circumstance, they respond by feeling wounded and unreasonably applying negative labels to themselves. This usually results in others backing off so as to not upset them. The motives for a victim mentality are often unconscious. The victim stance provides people with a sense of safety and validation. They don't have to take responsibility, and they get attention and support from others. However, by putting the responsibility on others, they sacrifice their own control and ability to act. They rely on others for their self-worth. So this is what I mean when I say you first need to acknowledge that you have things to improve. You accept this idea and your own responsibility to make improvements. Next, you believe you can change. You can learn and try new ways. There is no thinking you are stuck or this is just the way I am. When it comes to improving your strengths, you always have possibilities and can improve, even if it is little by little. Of course, this does not apply to something immutable like being blind, for example. Blindness is not something that will improve or go away. But how a person responds to being blind and functions in their life can be addressed. Resistance to the work it takes to change is often behind the protest that one is stuck where they are at. It may come across as being stubborn or hard-headed when someone says, "This is the way I am, take it or leave it." However, a lack of belief in their ability to make changes could be contributing to this type of exclamation. Finally, you understand that improving requires focus, practice, and ongoing work. Some people do not want to do the work it takes. Self-improvement work involves recognizing areas that need to be stretched. It means taking on tasks to practice skills and to change emotional responses. It often includes moving out of the comfort zone and taking on challenges. And not just once, but repeatedly until the new learning becomes incorporated. These actions do not have to be large leaps, but could be small little changes that you try to make into new habits. Examples include saying what you don't like or you do like, rather than going along with what others choose. Asking someone to correct a mistake, such as speaking up about the sour cream that didn't come with their meal, or asking for something to be more fully cooked. Practicing saying no if that is hard for you. Trying new things that you really don't know how to do. Taking up the practice of yoga or meditation. Exercising regularly in some way. Going to an event or out to eat alone. Changing up your routine. Smiling at people and making eye contact. Starting a conversation. Asking for help. And there are many more ways to stretch yourself and bring about personal growth. The result is increasing confidence and self-esteem, reducing anxiety and being comfortable in your world, being more involved and less isolated, increasing your interest, your curiosity, and your enjoyment. Taking on the process of personal growth takes courage, effort, and energy. It involves overcoming insecurities and negative self-talk. A person has to first recognize weaknesses or areas that need improvement and not get paralyzed by the need to protect the ego, the part that doesn't accept imperfection. Then the person believes they have the ability to make changes, and finally the person willingly takes on the work and the challenges that bring about growth. Going forward this week, take some time to identify a small change you want to make for your own personal growth. Is there something limiting you, keeping you trapped, impeding your happiness? What is a small thing you could start practicing that can move you in a better direction? If you like this and you haven't already, subscribe to this podcast on your favorite streaming service. Join my Facebook group, Strategies for Managing Overwhelming Thoughts and Emotions, and go to my website, www.ldonreed.com, and that is LDONREED.com, and check it out. Until next time, be well.